Hello, everybody. Long time no see. So my name is Thomas, and I'm very happy to, well, I wanted to say see you all, but I'm very happy to, basically know that you are here with me. So stay tuned with me for the next 30 minutes or so. We are going to be talking about uh, different interesting things. Uh, like trading, basically, yeah. So everything in relationship to trading we're going to be talking about, and we'll go through some recent news on the market, and we are going to see what's happening in the finance, in the world of finance here, and and of course we'll see from there. So guys, we took a quick break from our so Uh, yeah, if everyone's ready, and guys, questions. Any questions? Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Abdullah. Hello, Rock Gamer. Hello, Vishal. So, guys, how's your trading going? How's your trading month recently? So, I only have long positions on one asset right now on in this account. So, I have different accounts, of course, with different platforms and different means of investments. But basically, I'm still maintaining a very bullish approach towards Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. Now, I wouldn't say I'm, like ultra, like um, I would say I wouldn't say that I'm I'm very ultra bullish, and I think that Bitcoin will go to 100,000 in December, which some people make claims. And well, I mean, obviously, it's very difficult. Sorry, it's very it's very easy, in fact, to make different various crazy forecasts. And it seems that the crazier your forecasts become, the more credible they become. Because whenever you say something to people like, "Hey, Bitcoin is gonna cost," or let's even talk about Ethereum, which now costs around like what 2,000, like a little under 1,800, and then we'll say, "Hey, it'll go to 50,000 towards the end of this year or next year," and especially if you say something like within the next 5 years, so everyone's gonna be like, yeah, I mean, so it kind of especially if you are holding, if you are already bullish on Bitcoin, so that basically, of course, is going to support your your sentiment, your view, and your and thus you'll become even more, I would say, like um, supportive of this idea. So basically, when someone says something that is along with our like things that are that represent our view on this world, and like basically our picture of the world, and whenever we get support, we get, well, first of all, psychological support. We start feeling much better, and it basically so when you are, say, when you like cats, and then you only hear about how you only hear want to hear stories like how cats good, how how they nice, and another, and you don't really want to hear many stories about dogs. So it's the same thing with Bitcoin and maybe with trading in general. So I'm now so this is not my main account and not my main position. I have much higher investments in Bitcoin, and but I'm trying to be realistic. Like, on the one hand, I would say that we are kind of neutral and we might see this further drop down. But at the same time, I think we do have a lot of potential in terms of Bitcoin. And according to its previous performance, once every 2-3 years, there happens a quick, like a big surge in the price of Bitcoin. And I think we are really far away from its highs. And like I said, on the one hand, I don't really see that much support for Bitcoin right now. I don't see that like I really don't see like a lot of like ultra good fundamentals. But on the other hand, by all means, I see that uh, in I would say, and say 50 in 3, 4, 5 years. 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, if there might be like another economic crisis that many people are talking about. So where people are going, where big money is going to flow into? Well, basically, it's going to be gold, it's going to be cryptocurrencies and other protective measures, protective assets. So, what's your opinion about that, guys? I'm very I mean, I don't want to be to become completely sort of persuade myself in this, but it all looks like it's going to be like that. So, hello, Thomas. Please, why is it so difficult to do your KYC? My documents were rejected many times. So, dear Ochai, so sometimes the procedure is difficult, sometimes not so much. It depends on, because in certain countries, like in every country, I would say there are different requirements for documents, because the main reason is that in most countries, like I would say, countries are different from one another, and also like documents, banking systems, in general, they're all the same, but they still have minor slight differences, and those slight differences, they actually make a big difference when it comes to KYC. So in some countries, I know it's very easy to pass, and in some countries it requires more documents are required to pass the KYC procedures, something like that. Wow, good question about 15-second trade. So Vishal says, place 15-second trade, and then it's followed by a remark from Rohan. Bro, there is only 45% chance to win 15-second trade, so don't. All right. So, well, first of all, thanks for your suggestions and your questions. And then, second of all, in today's topic, I actually have a little bit of theoretical part here, and let me just, in 30 seconds, I will start it. All right, here we go. So, guys, I want to focus today on some aspects that not many people really pay attention to. So, I've created this very simple thing on in some Excel spreadsheet. Basically, it's about so profits calculator. So why I even started this? Because basically, when you go here, so one of the most recent updates to the platform was this brief trade analytics. It's still not exactly what we want, because we want it to be a little bigger, and we want to expand it a little bit and make more different categories of analysis to make it more productive and more fruitful for the use by our users, by our traders. Now, at the same time, there is a very common thing that many people ask. So what is this baseline success rate? So what does it show? And basically, this baseline success rate is this thing that basically shows how many trades you need to open in order to stay profitable. Okay, so I call it the break-even point, because you basically start to be in the money from that point on. Now, let me explore how this table works, and then I will show you how to use it. So basically, it's FTT mode. It's called profits calculator. Okay, so turnover, we don't really need that, I think, or maybe we might basically we just take the amount, and basically we take the 100 trades, and then we just multiply it by trade size in dollars. So it can be like $10, and then everything else changes. Now, let's use $50 in this example. It just basically shows a little bit more perspective, and so on. So Next, so all examples here are based on 100 trades. So we use 100 trades in this example. Next, rate of return on asset. So we have in this formula, we basically have two variables. The first one is trade size in dollars. So you can sort of make assumptions how much profit or how many losses you're gonna suffer depending on which trade size you use, and also how many profits you're going to enjoy when you know how to trade and you have a profitable system. Next is rate of return on asset. So currently, right now, we can trade. When you trade, you can basically select assets with 90%, 87%, 84%, 82%, 80%, and less. So here I'm going to demonstrate to you what's going to happen with your money if you trade with fixed amount per trade. Now, this is a very important point, because if your trade size varies from one trade to another, from one to the next, so you won't be able to use this formula, because in this case you don't see consistency, because you can have 10 profitable trades in the amount of $5, and then you have 3 losing trades in the amount of $100. So basically your negative result will be like minus $250, something like that. So in order to use this, I call it the wise money management approach, is basically you need to work on a fixed amount per trade. That is a very crucial point here. So you need to work with fixed amounts of money. So, and that's pretty much my suggestion. And you only need to start increasing this amount, like say 82%, trade size, trade position. You need to do it gradually when you see positive dynamics. So when your dynamics or like trading results become profitable, you sort of increase. You start increasing, but you never increase trade size when you're losing. So you do it in the opposite case, basically. Right. So let me check a few questions if I will be able to answer them. Okay, guys, I'll return to our chat a little later in 5 minutes, but now let me finish my point here. Okay, I see many questions today and many comments, but I'm very much excited to present you this concept of the profits calculator, and something that we haven't really talked that often, and it's still a very important point in my opinion. Now, like I said, we have two variables in this formula. It's basically $50, its trade size, and its rate of return on asset. Next, we have this percentage of profitable trades. So this thing, of course, you cannot control manually, but if you learn how to trade, so this basically refers to your trading strategy. So it depends how well you analyze the markets, and you can work and you can try and increase this ratio. So then percentage of losing trades, basically it's 100 minus this, so equals 45. And here I have two separate columns where it basically multiplies trade size by rate of return and percentage of profitable trades. So this gives you like amount of profits. This gives you amount of losses from 45 trades in this case, and you see net P&L. This is net result of our trading, and in this case it equals minus $50. So we can obviously see that let's do the following: 50-50. So whenever we do the 50-50 result, like we toss a coin and we just open trades according to it, whether it's going to be heads or tails according to the coin. In this case, in this scenario, we might end up having 50% profitable trades and 50% losing trades in the long run. So we open a few hundred, 3 to 4, say 1,000 trades, and basically the result is the same. Will be around 50-50. Now, let's say we start implementing some trading strategy, and then this is what becomes of our result. So this one is minus 50. We are still out of the money, but 55 to 45, okay, it's not enough. So let's say 60 to 40. All right. So if we can, in the long run, open trade with 60% success rate, this is how much money we are going to get with 80% rate of return. But we do have assets with less than that, 70% rate of return. And what do we see here? We are still profitable if we work with on our trading strategy. So we gradually and constantly increase percentage of profitable trades. Out of 100, now we have 60, and this is our result. Let's imagine we have only 55, so we are not as good of a trader. So with 70% rate of return on asset, so we end up, after opening 100 trades, we end up with minus $325. Okay, not a good result. We are not in the money. Now let's imagine we do 50-50. All right, so this, after 100 trades, we lose already more than $700, and that's a no-no. That's a no-go. That's not a good thing. So let's imagine we do have 55% rate of return, and we start thinking, right? We start analyzing. We think to ourselves, so why do we need to trade with assets that provide us with less than 80% rate of return? So that is quite a logical conclusion. I'm like, yeah, sure. Now, what's going to happen with 55 to 45% ratio? So we end up losing $50 after 100 trades. It's not a big loss, but it's still a loss, but it's not big, I would say. Now, let's imagine we start trading with assets that provide us with higher profitability. So we switch to 82% rate of return, and we are already in the money. So this is our break-even point. This is what we can get on starter status. So right, if we trade on starter, that's what this is what we are going to get after 100 trades in the amount of $50. Now let's see what's going to happen with 84% rate of return. So we are already in the money, and we can add up the so-called rate of return, return on investment. I'm sorry, ROI. So return on investment thing. So we need to divide our net profit by turnover and multiply it by 100. So we get 1.2%. Okay, so 1.2%. It's not so much, but still, that's how much ROI, so ROI, you get in just 100 trades. And then I did another breakdown. So how many trades? So basically, how many trades we need to take per hour in order to make 100 trades. So if you decide to open 100 trades per day, and let's say on average you make 25 trades per hour, and you trade 4 hours a day, that's going to be 100. Now, if you, of course, become a more aggressive trader, you can do that in, say, 2 hours. And if you decide to do more analysis, so eventually you need to trade probably 5 hours per day. So this kind of breakdown is very useful, very important, because it sort of gives you perspective. So your bigger goal, and this is something that we talk a lot in the VIP department with our financial analysts. So we talk a lot when we consult our traders. So we ask them, so what is your financial goal? And it's actually very good to set financial goals. Even, of course, we work with so much uncertainty and unpredictability when it comes to trading. But setting goals is crucial. It's important because you can all the time, you can sort of check on yourself, check where you are right now. Are you moving towards your goal, or are you detouring, deviating from reaching that goal? And that is a great thing to do. And also, by doing this, you need to you're going to understand how many hours you need per day in order to trade. So yeah, I see also one of the latest questions here from a trader called Dubai. How long will it take with this strategy to get my money back? So this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can make some sort of a mathematical formula or some, it'll give you some understanding, like approximately. So let's imagine your, like, say, net loss. So to get my money back, yeah. So this question implies that you are in a losses. So let's imagine your loss is say $1,000. So we'll call it like minus $1,000. And with this system, we know that like this 60. So we need to do the following thing. We need to divide this by this, and we need to run 16 cycles of 100 trades in order to return your lost money, your money lost. That's some basic maths. Basically, you need to calculate how many cycles you're going to need in order to return your lost funds. Now, let's do the next thing. So 87. So we start trading on advanced status, and you see the difference. So it doesn't seem like a huge difference to me, like 84% and 87. But look at what's happening with your net P&L. It becomes 142. Your ROI, your return on investment, goes up by like 2.5 times, I think, right? So from 1.2, it goes up to 2.85. And you now need, instead of 16 cycles, you need 7 full cycles in order to win back your money. Are you following? You know what I'm talking about? So it's a great thing. So now let's imagine you start trading with 90% rate of return. Wow. So we have 4.5 rate on return. So this many businesses run on this kind of return on investment. A business owner would invest 5. So I would say turnover. It means basically sales. I would say sales 5,000, and net P&L from those sales would be somewhere around $225. So that's most businesses, they operate on that. And let's imagine you start trading during our happy hours, and then 92% rate of return, and your return on investment rate turns into 5.6, and you only need, so in order to make, or in order to like win back your $1,000, you now need 3.5 times to run that cycle. So I guess that's pretty much the point, and why is it so important. Now let's go a little bit further, and we are going to see so now we talked about rate of return on asset, but now let's talk about how you can increase. So what's going to happen with your system if you work on your percentage of profitable trades. Now let's imagine your success rate is equals 55% rate of return. According to our platform, that is the baseline success rate. So 55%, you're not losing any money. So 5 net P&L equals 5. Now, so what happens when you start trading much better? 56. Wow. So see, 56, and your rate of return turns into 1.92. Now, what happens with 58% rate of return? That's 5.56. And what happens with 60% rate of return? So it now equals 9.22. So the point is that there are two things that you can affect. You can, probably 3 variables, right, instead of 2. So trade size, of course, you can change that, but it doesn't change the percentage, right? It only changes your net P&L, so basically the final ratio, but it doesn't change the ROI, the rate of return. So $50 back. Now 60. So what's gonna happen if you are like, I would say, like, if you can trade with 65% consistently, that brings you into top probably 3 or even less successful traders. If you can do that on a cycle of many, like 100 trades at least. So your net P&L, you can make up to probably around $900 with this given entry data. So 82%. Now, so let's imagine we go in further. We trade with 84% rate of return. So 18% here, and now it becomes 19.6%. So 87 this, 21.5, and now let's imagine you trade with only on expert level assets with 90% rate of return, and your ROI or return on investment turns into 23. And now let's imagine you somehow trade only during happy hours. That's 25% rate of return, and you can win back your money within 80 in just 80 trades. So yeah, if we do here, if we add a little bit more maths like this, so now we understand that we only need 80 trades, so 81 trades, so in order to make this $1,000. So you need $80 to make $1,000. Now let's imagine you start trading with you trade with $10. Okay, so with $10, of course, numbers aren't looking now as lucrative as they were previously, but still, that's 400 trades and you make $1,000. Now, let's imagine you start very aggressive trades and you trade with $100. So what's going to happen? So that's $2,500 of profits within just 100 trades. So that's well, guys, that's unbelievable. I mean, that's really beyond imagination. So right, so we do 200. Okay, so 5,000, and you can make that within like say 100 trades per day. So guys, who is interested in this profits calculator? Let me know in the chat. So if you need that, I will find a way to send it to you. But now let me, while you're thinking about this question, let me go ahead and check some of your questions from the chat today. So the first question that I see here is from Sonu sir. I lost 31,000 INR. So yes, guys, basically this profits calculator is going to tell you how much do you need in, say, if you do the calculations in INR, so you need, say, 1,000 INR per trade, and with these, okay, so let's be more realistic. So 84% rate of return. So you need probably 150 trades in order to like make this money. So it's still cycles. Okay. So really I made really lost, and I made 30 lakh is like it's close to $40,000, I think, like 35. SMA set to which period? Here it's 100, but it's just a random example. I'm not really using it right now. I just wanted to see something. So yeah, KYC. So guys, Spanish webinars, we have them every Tuesday and Thursday. Also check our Facebook groups, because we do some content. We provide we deliver some content in many languages. Which time frame? So yeah, just 1 minute, but I wasn't trading, so I just, okay, it's not important. Tomorrow AUD. So the Australian dollar is going to release their interest rate. Is it worth to trade, and how to trade? Yes, absolutely, because they released that well, basically around 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning my local time. So I never trade the Australian dollar, but they usually have pretty significant like up and down moves during that time, and I definitely recommend if you are in their time zone and you feel like you want to trade, so definitely go ahead and do it. I don't really have much recommendation as how to do it, and basically that's a topic for a complete separate webinar, right? You need like probably at least 40 minutes to talk about how to read the economic calendar, how to how to get forecast, how to forecast, and what kind of strategies you can apply. So that's a little different topic. I'm trying to make a deposit through e-wallet called Nagat, but I'm unable because Nagat deposit is not available. Well, please ask customer support because they are very much aware of different e-wallets and what's going on with them. So yeah, cryptocurrency, yeah, we do cryptocurrency, so we can go here, deposit, and here you can select USDT, so 3 different USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I think we are about to add a few more. I thought about like Dogecoin and Stellar, but I'm not sure. So please, then don't take my words for granted. So the major trouble is how to keep your profit and grow it. Yes, that also dials back to the concept of money management, because once you are in the profits, there is no like say, you should never give back to the market more than 50% of what you've managed to make within one trading day. So you never want to do that. So do you guys have issues with when withdrawing funds? Well, in general, there are no issues unless we might have some minor problems with this or that e-wallet or payment system. So, but usually it gets resolved within a few hours, or sometimes it takes a little longer, a few days. But trust me, all 100% of your money, your well-deserved money, well-earned money, it all gets delivered to your e-wallets or your credit card accounts or banking accounts, depending on which trading methods you prefer. But definitely all the money basically goes to its owners 100%. Send link to the group. Yes, we'll think how to send the link. Please give me an example from your strategy. So, and yeah, trading strategies is one different thing, and we're gonna be trading that. Now, guys, thank you. I would say probably that's going to be it for today. We can do a little bit about, we can talk a little bit about some interesting things that are going on, that are unfolding in the market. One of the main things or trading ideas that I noticed recently was Brent, and basically what's going to happen. What's going to happen with Brent? Well, I think Brent is now a little bit overbought. Brent oil managed to break above the $90 the previous one was 88, so 88%, $88 per barrel threshold, and now we are trading at 88.5. I think it needs a little bit to cool down a little bit, so it might go down a little bit towards 87 or 87.5. So not a huge downside potential, but still it's kind of there with quite a short stop loss. So that's what I would definitely try and trade right now. So it kind of looks like it wants to make a little pullback, but I mean the demand for oil is there, plus the BRICS countries, which I think Saudi Arabia is about to join this group of countries, together with Egypt, Argentina, and a few other countries. So basically Venezuela, I think also, but not right now probably, because their economic situation is very bad. But anyways, I think these BRICS countries now control around 80% of world's total output of oil. So and oil production, and basically they can now control oil prices to a much greater extent than they were able to do before. So 70% now Brent is overbought on the RSI indicator, and that is also another indication that it might go down. Now, let's talk a little bit about the situation with natural gas. So natural gas, of course, with 30% rate of return, it's not really, doesn't make much sense to trade it, but still it gives you some overall understanding about what's going on in the world. And slowly but steadily this asset keeps growing in price, and I think once the $3 border is broken, then eventually we are going to see a much higher prices. And it's not going to be like it's not going to have a lot of impact on the United States, where most of this natural gas is produced, but basically it's going to have a much impactful impact on the European economy. And a lot depends, of course, on the upcoming winter. So depending how cold this upcoming winter will be, if it's going to repeat the previous winter, which was very, very mild, then the European economy is going to go through it without much losses. But in case it gets colder than before, than regularly, then we might see a lot of disruption in the European economy. So please give me an example from your strategy, says Mohammed, and fixed time strategy after Forex. So guys, I will still be wrapping up this webinar in 1-2 minutes, because it's not really, today's webinar is not about trading so much, but please join our trading sessions on Wednesday, so this Wednesday and this Friday. And also we have a lot of activities in the recordings list here on YouTube, in our YouTube channel, and you can watch those webinars at any time at your convenience, and you can see pretty much all the strategies that we do provide here with OLYMP Trade, and you can use any strategy that you prefer. So guys, thanks a lot for watching this stream. I hope to see you next Monday. So Thomas is back. Our Monday webinars are back. We're going to be talking a lot about different aspects, not so much about trading strategies in particular, but more of more about the markets in a broader sense. And I think it's a very important thing that many people sort of not talk enough about. So, guys, it was my pleasure talking to you today. Wishing you a wonderful trading week, wonderful profits, and please prepare your questions. And please, if you didn't quite understood what I was talking about, please watch this stream again, especially that part when I talk about money management and about the profits calculator, so you can create one for yourself, and you can see how success rate and how rate of return affect your trading results. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Have a wonderful trading week.